Hey guys, Mtashed here, and I wanted to ask you guys a question. I don't want to rant about balance, I don't even want to suggest anything at this time. I want to ask your opinion on something that's been on it's been on my mind the past few days. Well, actually, honestly, the past few weeks. We've been playing with this sandbox for the last month or so, a little bit more than a month actually, and I've really enjoyed my time. The reason why I say this is because I'm actually playing Destiny 2 PvP. I quit for months. I did not enjoy Destiny 2 PvP at the start, and I found it so boring that I essentially abandoned the game for quite a long period of time. Now, after the changes and the addition of some of these special weapons, as well as an improvement to some of the primary weapons, I found myself having a lot more fun with the game, and even though it might not be perfect, I was craving playing Destiny 2's PvP. Something that hadn't happened ever in Destiny 2, and hadn't happened for a long time in even Destiny 1. But after playing for the last month, I've been questioning, do primaries need to be even stronger? Now, I recognize that with something like the Midnight Coup, the weapon that I'm using in this, if you land 3 headshots, you can kill someone. And so the optimal time to kill is pretty damn good. I mean, if your aim is better than what you just saw on the screen, okay, I missed a lot of shots. But if you do land your shots, this thing can be pretty ridiculous on how fast you can kill someone. Now, would I be crazy to question if we could speed things up even more? Or at least make it a little bit easier to get those 3-shot kills, such as 2 headshots and a body shot? Now, I recognize if you go too far with this, things get pretty crazy. All of a sudden, you have people 2-tapping someone in the head like the Thorn days, and there were a lot of people that complained about that because there wasn't a lot of counterplay. However, I'm not talking about a drastic improvement to the time to kill, or a drastic improvement to the damage numbers. Just enough to deal with some of the things I've been noticing in-game. Now, with the changes to the sandbox, we got a lot more special weapons. And that's great because it's honestly livened things up a lot. I've had tons more fun playing the game, but I've also been more frustrated in a lot of cases as well. If you guys can remember the early days of Destiny 2, it was pretty frustrating trying to deal with someone who had the power weapon. Now, essentially, everyone has a power weapon, and I don't want to change that. So I'm not looking for nerfs here. I'm not looking for any reductions to the damage or reductions to the ammo. I'm just curious if people feel the same way I do, in that primary weapons still seem a little too weak. They still seem to kill a little too slow, or you have to be a little too accurate in a panic situation to deal with all these shotguns that are in the PvP modes. All of the shoulder charges that we're seeing in PvP, all the fusions, and all the supers. There are a ton of supers in the game right now. Tons of them! There are perks that directly allow you to get energy for your super, and it's leading into some people getting 3, 4, 5, even 6 supers over the course of a game of Clash, or Control, or whatever you want to say. And with the primaries not being very strong, there are not a lot of situations where you can kite someone who's in their super and kill them. Hell, there's not even a lot of situations where you can team shot them and kill them before they massacre your team, something like the Nova Warp. I'm just wondering if a slight adjustment, a slight improvement to these primary weapons, whether it's a pulse or a hand cannon, it doesn't really matter to me, but would that improve the quality of this game? Would it make the sandbox even better because you would still have these amazing, powerful weapons to outplay opponents and chain multi-kills together, but you would also have a defense when you don't have them. You would have a way to deal with people in their super from a distance, and you would have power in your primary. Now, it doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be like Thorn or Hawkmoon Year 1, but I feel like there's something missing. Now, there's rumors in the Black Armory that the Last Word is coming, and that's one of the best weapons in the game for dealing with shotgunners and things like that. But what if every weapon could feel just that tad bit stronger? Every weapon feels like, yes, I can deal with this situation. Because right now, there are a lot of situations where I don't feel that way. Where I don't feel like my primary is the good choice here. I see someone flying towards me, and I shoot at them, and I go, please, for the love of God, let these all be headshots. Because I know that if I miss just one of them, I'm dead. And I'm noticing it more and more and more. I think I'm noticing it more against supers than anything. My primary feels like nothing. It's like I'm tickling them. And it's frustrating at times dying over and over to them. And I feel like players that are playing dumb should get punished for it. What I mean by that is, if I am looking at my radar, I'm looking down a hallway, and you decide to run down there like Leroy Jenkins with a shotgun, you probably shouldn't get to me before I kill you, right? You know, it's a close-range weapon. It's something that you use in and out of cover, sliding around, at least being evasive. But right now, there are a lot of people that can simply sprint towards you and close the gap. And if you miss that one headshot, well, the gun just went from a 3-shot kill to a 4-shot kill and gave him an even bigger window to get to you. And honestly, with how many supers there are, how many people are abusing shoulder charge and insurmountable skull force, how many people are using very nicely rolled shotguns now that Forsaken's been out for a while, I'm getting frustrated. I'm definitely getting frustrated. I don't think it has anything to do with the ammo economy. I don't think it has anything to do with the range of the shotguns necessarily. I think it's just the primaries. I'm not dealing with them in enough situations that I thought I would. I'm noticing it more and more where they get to me, they kill me, or we trade, or whatever it is, and it's starting to become an annoyance factor. It's starting to be a frustration factor for me. I can deal with things, things are good. We're a month in, and I'm happier than I've been in a long time, but I'm just getting a little tired of people sprinting towards me and murdering me with shotguns, and even though I'm landing my shots, they're not dying quite fast enough. This might be a me issue. I don't know. I don't know if everyone feels this way. I don't want to fill everyone's brains with how to balance the game, because I don't truly know how to balance the game. But it's something that I've noticed, and I'm curious, and that's why I'm asking you. Do you guys think that primary weapons need a bit more of a buff? Do you think that primary weapons are a little bit too weak right now? Or am I crazy? Am I lost here, and primary weapons in the sandbox is perfect? That's it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I would love to hear your responses in the comments. Well, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.